Hey you, yeah you. Before we get this video started, I just want to say a thank you for those who have been a member of my Patreon. If you want to be a member of my Patreon, leave a link in the description down below right here. And there's a list right here of all the people who have been a member or a following member of the Patreon to help keep this channel alive. I would appreciate it if you do show your support, guys. You guys are awesome, and I really thank you for your support. Also, commissions are open, so if you want to commission for me to draw something for you, go to my DeviantArt page right here as well, in the link in the description, and I'll draw something for you. But make sure you hopefully follow the rules in my Patreon on my Patreon and commission, so we can get it on the list for me to draw something for you guys. I would really appreciate it if you do, and yeah. As always, take care, and have a great day, and let's start the video, shall we? What is up, YouTube? Frost the Hobidon here, and today I got a video request for all of you. This video request for all of you to react to. This reaction is a special one from a friend of mine, Odd Eyes Dragon, formerly known as Inferno Zach 12. Check, he's a friend of mine on DeviantArt. He wanted me to react to this one, as he requested this one for me on Patreon. And if you want to check out this original video, I'll leave a link in the description down below, so go check it out for yourself. This is Dragon Ball and DC alternate versions of Vegeta, Krypton, and what's the rest of the title? Krypton and Beyond. Of course. Like I said, original video in the description down below. Odd Eyes, you requested this for me. Odd Eyes Dragon, you have requested this for me, but bro, thank you for this video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this. It's been a while since I reacted to anything due to these circumstances. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since I react. So without further ado, let's get on to the reaction, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go. This should be fun. Alright. DC Comics and Dragon Ball Z. Why am I not surprised?
Good evening. I am the RRA Info Retrieval Droid Model 337-0, but you can call me Zero.
Okay, hey Zero.
To assist Dr. Giro's investigation for Project Cell, I will be visiting a universe rumored to house a living planet Vegeta that was never destroyed, unlike our own. Studying the differences between the history we know and how this alternative version developed a noticeably different society may be the key to Project Cell's success. Readings indicate another decimated planet, Krypton, is confirmed to still thrive in this dimension as well. And because of the coincidental nature, I believe there may be a connection between the two, but there's still more information needed. So we shall start our investigation on the proficient planet of Krypton.
One was destroyed by a red sun.
Please keep all appendages inside the capsule at all times, and please don't stare directly at their sun. Just because it's red doesn't mean you won't go blind.
That is also true. That's still safe. Please don't look directly at the sun, kids. I know that animation. I know that animation. Dragon Ball Super Broly animation. Really cool effect.
Krypton, a shining industrial metropolis planet, as well as the closest planet of its system to the red sun. On its surface is covered by very dense connecting clusters of highly advanced militaristic cities. These cities make up a total of 89% of the planet's surface. The other 19% is made up of ore-enriched caverns and cave systems known as the Darklands. These dark areas are constantly shrinking due to industrial development. The more cities built, the more ore and area they require, putting the Darklands between some rocks and a hard place, and its remaining resident species at risk of extinction. So
I'm getting a big history lesson out of this.
Shed some light on the Darklands.
Alright. Darklands.
Scattered throughout the sea of crystalline structures and advanced tech, we find the undeveloped and undisturbed side of Krypton known as the Darklands. Varying in size, these pockets of unexplored terrain can typically be found either underground or unnoticed in the shadows between city sections. These areas are deep red-colored caves and caverns composed of stone and one-of-a-kind ore deposits known as Kryptonite. Kryptonite is a concave gem, highly sought after for its unique ability to absorb solar energy. The overharvesting of these gems is one of the reasons the Darklands decrease in size so rapidly. The other reason being its original residents, the Rajou. Rajou are bipedal creatures varying in size. They are composed of the same stone that makes up the Redlands terrain. They are said to be the original Kryptonians, residing on the planet long before the current dominant species colonized centuries ago. Though their bodies are solid stone, their innards are composed of krypton gas compound that, when dispensed, will transform any material into solid kryptonite, ready for the Rajou's consumption. They must keep consuming kryptonite to replenish their digestive gases, because without it, they eventually will starve and become nothing more than rocks in a cave. A terrible fate, but not worse than that of those who get captured during harvest. Because of their ability to create kryptonite, many are taken into processing plants to be forcibly overfed to rapidly produce gems for construction and development.
Interesting.
Who are the ones responsible for this near extinction? To find out, let's head up to the cities, the home of the Kryptonians.
I'm guessing Brainiac. He's always the main destructive force of Krypton. Oh, I love the music.
Welcome to the Kryptonian metropolis, home to the Kryptonians. Bipedal, hairless humanoid creatures standing between 6 and 7 feet, not native to the planet, Kryptonians are a nomad-type civilization that colonized the planet under instruction of a Galvan centuries ago. They possess a superintelligence that rivals that
combining
of their
Ben 10,
and have made some amazing technological breakthroughs to show for it, including, but not limited to, the Ottos. Invented by Professor Otto of Krypton, these are some of the most advanced AI in both the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies. Artificial black hole
I know the Ben 10
generators.
references
Due to
here.
Krypton's immense gravitational pull and overharvesting of materials, the planet's core would frequently become unstable, which could lead to full internal collapse. Now, with a contained black hole in its center, they regulate the gravitational pull to accommodate for the missing internal structure, keeping the planet stable. Phantom Zone projectors. Once Galvan figured out a way to the null void, Kryptonians saw it as a challenge, and in their stride to outshine the Galvan, they discovered another dimensional space they deemed the Phantom Zone. Genesis pools.
Interesting.
In efforts to build armies and workforces with the maximum genetic potential, Kryptonians started to practice artificial insemination, growing their young in these Genesis pools.
Are you worried about the other Kryptonians who's watching you? Okay then.
This has ended all natural reproduction on Krypton. All of these shining technological feats have earned Krypton a tech level of 18, which in most regards is amazingly prosperous. But in the case of
Tech level
Kryptonians,
18.
it is terrifying.
Interesting. I mean, the tech level in my city is level 15.
Having no substantial physical attributes,
It can advance even
society
further
as a
with
whole
new
have
tech.
always strove for power, and in finding it in their
See
intellect,
the city in the background?
spiteful and
In my
pompous
background?
people. Facing invasions, natural disasters, and near-apocalyptic situations, Kryptonians have become a very hardened people, and are more than happy to prove so to all walks of life they cross. This non-remorseful attitude toward life was heavily influenced by the teachings of their first god, Rao.
Oh.
Rao previously led the Kryptonian hierarchy with an iron fist, commanding armies and setting law by what
I remember
he deemed right and
Injustice
wrong.
Superman
He was able
mentioned
to
it
do this
multiple
because
times.
of the super abilities he possessed. Flight, optic energy blast, amazing speed, strength, and vulnerability, lungs stronger than a millet laggish, the list goes on. He was a Kryptonian like none ever seen before. He took the government's and societal lead by force, no one being capable of stopping him. He acted and was worshipped like a god, but that was far from the truth. In actuality, Rao was a member of one of the various failed Kryptonian colonies. Originally, Kryptonians attempted to establish homes on many other planets before settling on Krypton. Once Krypton was established, all communication to other colonies was cut as to focus on their own goals for the planet. Rao was angered by this and felt left behind. In an effort to migrate to Krypton, he stole a ship. Just arriving outside the planet's orbit, his ship was not authorized to pass and was attacked. This left Rao with no engines, drifting deep into space where he was picked up by the next system's orbit. This system contained a yellow sun, and over the course of 3 years drifting, absorbing sunlight, he gained his abilities, as well as a full head of hair.
Makes sense. Kryptonians absorb yellow sunlight like a flower.
Through analysis, we've
If it was
discovered that
blue
because of their
sunlight,
red
he'll be
sun-enriched
unstoppable.
environment and radiation resulting from it, the cells of a common Kryptonian are stunted in their development. Through the exposure to yellow sunlight, their cells become revitalized and unlock their full evolutionary potential. This explains why the common people of Krypton lack super abilities, as well as hair.
Got
Did
it.
you know that solar radiation can cause alopecia? So really, any Kryptonian is capable of having these super abilities.
Blue sunlight makes them
Wanting to keep this
overpowered.
truth from his fearful followers, Rao restricted all planetary travel, so no Kryptonian was ever capable of seeing a yellow sun. The only vessels permitted to leave or land on Krypton were the ones he allowed. He and his family line used this to create a false lineage of gods to rule over the planet. When a leader was finished with their duty, they would shoot their heir into the next star system to absorb yellow sunlight and then crown them upon their return. This has been continued all the way up to Krypton's current ruler, Kodzel. Despite the many restrictions, the people of Krypton still sought for knowledge of the universe.
This
So,
is well written.
they created
Backstory.
Eradicators, which are basically the same thing as myself, created to collect information. The main difference is that if a civilization is assessed to be a threat to Kryptonian hierarchy,
How did
they
this
are
compare to
promptly
Dragon
wiped
Ball
out.
Z?
But what happened to all those Kryptonian exploration colonies before they were forgotten to time? Let's take a ride and continue exploring.
Override ignition. Blast off.
If Dr. Gero made cyborgs with Kryptonian DNA bodies, yeah, the DBZ universe would not stand a chance. If Gero actually turned a Kryptonian into a cyborg.
Self-destruct initiated. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Welcome to the peaceful planet Vegeta. The most lush planet in its system. On its surface appears
Planet
to be a thriving
Vegeta?
garden of life, covered in mountainous jungles and widespread oceans.
Don't you mean Sadala?
Teeming with dozens of thriving species, there are 3 with enough intelligence to call it home. The first is a native species known as Tuffle. Tuffle are bipedal humanoid radish creatures standing between 2 and 4 feet.
Tuffle.
What they lack in verbal communication, they more than make up for in intelligence. Crafting homes and farms, they use their chlorokinesis to shape their environment at will. This not only allows them full control of crop production for trade, but also allows them to create architecture without harming the environment at all.
Different from the
They create homes
Tuffles
built
from
inside
Dragon
the
Ball,
trunks of
but very
sensu
interesting.
trees. They do this to avoid the vicious herbivore predators of the planet. And because the sensu tree is a natural generator of the energy known as ki. Similar to mana, ki is a form of energy given off by all living things that when harnessed can be extremely useful. They use
That
ki
is
to
true.
revitalize their bodies while sleeping, merging their roots with the tree. Sensu trees are extremely difficult to keep thriving.
We all have
especially
ki
when an
energy.
entire civilization uses
Not
them
just
as a charger.
Saiyans and
Lacking
Dragon
any
Ball Z
natural
characters.
metallic
Any
resources on the
character can
planet,
do it.
Tuffle rely on their neighbors on the
Even
sister
other
planet
characters
of
from other
Zakachak
series have
for
harnessed
trade
ki.
resources.
Heck, even Superman and Sonic can harness ki energy. They've done
Centuries ago,
so
on
in
a
their own
distant
way.
stone-covered planet
There are
known
just
as
different
Sadala
types of
lived
it.
a dwindling Kryptonian colony.
Oh,
In their short
there's
time there, they had
Sadala.
exhausted all natural resources and were dying of starvation. Years passed, and with no assistance from the main colony, the people were at what they thought would be the last generation. But
Really?
thankfully, they would see more. One day, a vessel landed on Sadala. The crew were a team of cartographers mapping out the system. These cartographers were a species known as dragons from the planet Zakachak.
Dragons.
Dragons are quadrupedal reptiles standing between
This is
25
an interesting
and 30
world
feet.
building.
They're an extremely intelligent people on a journey to map out their entire universe. Despite their intimidating demeanor and fire breath to match, they are extremely friendly and caring. Through pleading and convincing by the colony's leader, the dragons agreed to help them migrate to a new planet, but faced an overpopulation problem on their own planet, so they couldn't accommodate them there. So the dragons brought them to their neighboring planet, Planet Vegeta.
Ah. Alright. Tuffles and Kryptonians.
Over the centuries, the colonists not only recovered, but thrived and physically evolved on planet Vegeta, acquiring more animalistic traits to better suit their environment. Bringing
Saiyans.
technologies with them, they worked with the Tuffle to create and sustain a peaceful society
Now they look
coexisting
like
with each
Saiyans.
other. An example being using their crystalline living pods as solar panels for the sensu trees. With the dragons acting as translators and the Tuffle as mentors, the 3 species shared their knowledge, creating a bond of trust that extends across both planets. As the generations passed in this new yellow sun and ki-enriched environment, the colonists flourished more and more, becoming physically stronger, wiser, and spiritually in tune with the universe. They made peace with all life on their planet, and became a utopian society. By adapting the Tuffle's ki control techniques, they learned to not only control, but generate an amazing amount of ki energy. Because of the substantial evolution they went through, they became an entirely new species. This species is known as Saiyans. Saiyans are bipedal, hairy humanoid creatures standing between 5 and 7 feet. Some spend their days harvesting their gargantuan crops throughout planet Vegeta,
that's
while
where it
others
is.
follow the path of their reptilian saviors and travel to various planets and faraway
I
systems
noticed the
mapping
Frieza
out
race
universe. Honing
armor.
their ki control, Saiyans meditate every day, allowing them to conjure their own ki to perform powerful techniques. Over
Nice.
many generations, Saiyans that have fully mastered ki control have developed a technique that supercharges every fiber of their being and unlocks their full evolutionary potential, creating an immensely more powerful form that we will classify in our data logs as the Sensu form. With every member of their race able to utilize this form along with their planet-wide united support of all three species, they have protected the planet from many who challenge their peaceful ways. Where our universe's Saiyans failed to defend against a galactic dictator known as
I like
Frieza,
this
which
take
led
of
to
it.
the planet's destruction, the cooperative forces of this universe's Saiyan population were able to hold their ground against the ruthless Grimarian
Frieza.
warlord.
Midoriya.
When meditating, Saiyans must be very careful. With the immense amount of energy flowing through their bodies without their ki control, they can accidentally overcharge their still developing cells and burn out their bodies, rendering them powerless until they've recovered. To prevent such events, they have reverse engineered and mass-produced these scouters from Frieza's army after their victory. These scouters are used to monitor the ki levels of those who are still learning to control it, so they don't overwhelm themselves. With peace among all creatures of the planet and a strong belief in preserving Mother Nature, planet Vegeta has become a tropical paradise for the natives and become the talk of the Andromeda Galaxy. The citizens of Vegeta are very welcoming to tourists and are happy to share their rich lands and knowledge of mastering ki with the many visitors that pass through.
Ben Tennyson, get out of here! I see you. Very clever. Very clever.
Kryptonians, dragons, and Tuffle. All extremely interesting species, but my mission was to collect data on the Saiyans of this universe. My hypothesis on a connection between Krypton and Vegeta was correct. Dr. Gero will be so pleased. Let's contact him now.
Zero, what do you want? I'm
Oh,
extremely
the voice
occupied
from
right now
the
with
voice
my
from Team
projects.
4-Star.
Sir, I found a living Saiyan civilization. It took a few hundred-dimensional jumps, but I found them. They reside in Universe Anua 0001 and are a peaceful species that will create a multicultural civilization.
Peaceful? Those angry war-driven creatures? You have the wrong planet, you insectoid idiot! It seems advancing the AI of a tracker droid was useless. I'll need something more advanced. Cyborgs, maybe. Have to run that by Frap later.
Sir, I apologize. If you need me to run the data again, I could...
That will not be necessary, Zero. You have miscalculated for the last time.
What?
No! Zero! Activate self-destruct!
Sir,
No!
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to plunge back into the void again with me sometime and hunt down the Saiyans wherever they may be. This is Zero, signing off.
Ah, poor Zero. You've actually found a universe.
Good evening, extranet and multi-dimensional... Oh, we must have already sent a unit here. Apologies. I'm off to the next planet. I'd better equip my thermal plating.
Okay, that happened. Well, that was actually pretty interesting, I gotta say. I like how they combined the stories of the DC comics of the Kryptonians, the DBZ Saiyans, and the Ben 10 universe merged into one and made a whole entire different universe out of it due to its background, biology, and their species. I really like that. That was really well creative. It shows that the whole multiverse things, you can be as creative with what they have already made and make something new out of it. I really, really, really love this video. Thank you, Odd Eyes Dragon, for sending me this video, bro. You are amazing for sending me this. This was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all look forward for more videos in the future. What were your thoughts on this? Do you think this is a really good idea? Think this is really cool? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later, and happy holidays in the future.
Nah, must have just nodded off for a sec. Probably one of those sex dreams I've read about. The symbolism's very disturbing!